Does the keto diet cause insulin resistance? Part 2. Hi, my name is Michelle. I'm the Insulin Empress. I'm a coach and I also deal with insulin resistance myself. I just did a video where we talked about the keto diet causing insulin resistance in people, and a lot of them are turning to the sugar diet, which is very trendy right now. And so we talked about what the keto diet is, and in this video we're going to talk about what insulin resistance is. If the keto diet is causing insulin resistance, what exactly is insulin resistance? When you go to the doctor, the way they check for insulin resistance is by checking your sugar levels and your A1C levels. And unfortunately, that is actually very inaccurate information. You could be insulin resistant for decades before it ever shows up in your glucose or your A1C levels. Insulin resistance is a condition of having too much insulin. This is always the case. You will never find insulin resistance without high insulin, and you will never find high insulin without insulin resistance. The two go together. So insulin resistance is really high insulin levels in your body, both fasting and after you eat. And the biggest issue is that you can be insulin resistant without your sugar levels or your A1C levels being elevated. In fact, you can have sugar and A1C elevated and have nothing to do with insulin. Your insulin can be non-existent, like in a type 1 diabetic. A type 1 diabetic that has no insulin production will have really high sugar levels and high A1C levels, and that doesn't mean that they're insulin resistant. It means that they have diabetes, that they have high sugar levels. And the lack of insulin causes that. Now, in a type 2 diabetic who actually has insulin resistance, they have really high insulin levels. So despite what their sugar levels are doing, they have really high insulin levels. In fact, even a type 1 diabetic can become insulin resistant if they shoot too much insulin for too long. Insulin resistance is something that happens over years and even decades. It is not something that happens really fast. So you can become insulin resistant due to the amount of insulin that is in your body over a long amount of time, whether it's from your own body producing it to meet the demands of the sugar that you're consuming, or if it's from the insulin that you inject to meet the demands of the sugar that you are consuming. So of either of those things, and for a type 1 diabetic, it's not just the sugar you're consuming, but also the sugar that your body is making. When your body is sensing that it's not getting the nutrients that it needs, the energy that it needs, it will produce its own sugar from gluconeogenesis. So the pancreas makes something called glucagon, which tells the liver to make sugar. So you can not eat any sugar and have really high sugar levels because of the fact that your body is overproducing on the glucagon. So that's a separate issue. But the high insulin is what causes insulin resistance. So now let's talk about how this keto diet is causing insulin resistance. Hey there, Editing Michelle here. I forgot to record an ending to that video. So the next video we're going to talk about what people are testing to see that they have insulin resistance and what makes them think that they have insulin resistance after the keto diet. So please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.